Vertcoin. It's having a 40% day today. Obviously, it had a huge correction the other day. It went down, but now it's above where it was before in terms of USDs and in terms of Bitcoin, which is phenomenal. So it's definitely breaking resistance. Actually, the Segwit was not activated yet, and I thought it was, and I think that's kind of what that little buildup was before and then the drop off. But we are about 500 blocks away from Segwit activation, and currently we're at 1600, which is freaking awesome. You know, it's pretty fabulous. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I think what's so awesome about this is just like the predictability of it in the sense of Segwit getting activated. Because Bitcoin lacks Segwit because it doesn't have it's not ASIC resistant like Vertcoin. Vertcoin doesn't necessarily pose a threat to Bitcoin, but it's going to help out Bitcoin's network by taking some of the pressure off of it. And I think that's a big thing that you have to realize is that altcoins aren't really here to take over Bitcoin. They're more here to aid Bitcoin, because when the network becomes overwhelmed, people that want to stay on the Bitcoin network can. People that want to move into other networks have that option to do so. And when you're dealing with millions and millionaires, billionaires, they don't take this shit too lightly. So they want to make sure it's all good. But yeah, Vertcoin, dude, what can I say? I'm happy I held. I'm happy I didn't sell. Even though, there was that slight correction. Now's a good time, I think, to move into Steam or even Primecoin. I like Primecoin just because it's known. I haven't sold any of my Vertcoin yet, though. I sold $200 worth 2 days ago when it was up. And that was that, just so I can get some profits away. I'm going to let this ride, though. I'm going to long it. I mean, I don't know how high it's going to go. Right now, it's looking pretty ridiculous. It's exciting, being able to do this, and, you put the work in and you finally get it out. And then you also start to learn how to play the game. Because a lot of it isn't even your pick. Sometimes it's how you play the game. And clearly this was a pick, and so I'm playing the game. I mean, because right now Vertcoin is the top of the market in daily gains. I mean, it is 40% today, and it is the top of Poloniex. And when you can pick the coin that's going to be the top, not daily, but at least once in a while, it's a pretty good feeling. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good feeling. And not so much even the money aspect, but because I don't really care for materialistic things. I like spending money or any of that stuff. I don't care for it. But I like, cryptocurrency because it can help society. And, it's a way for people to make income because of that. Because, the top value is something that the bottom has. And that is cryptocurrency. And, like I said, ASIC resistant. Why this is so important is it gives power back to the average user. Big miners can't just make ASICs and just dominate the mining, which they have in Bitcoin, which is why Bitcoin is becoming so centralized. But because of the fact that they can't dominate it, it remains decentralized, and the power is still within the people. So, I mean, I'm not saying to buy Bitcoin because it's super high. I mean, I would not buy it if I was in it, But, I mean, the Segwit, I don't know. I mean, the Segwit, you got to make your own decisions at the end of the day. I don't want to tell someone not to buy it and then it goes up. I don't want to tell someone to buy it and it goes down. But what I'm saying is, the reason I bought it and, the Segwit activation, because the only reason it faced a correction is because Bitcoin went up. So in my eyes, it never really went down. When you look at the chart, it looks kind of bearish to some way. But the only reason it went down is because Bitcoin went down. Or Bitcoin went up, excuse me. So to me, it's still very not bullish. I'm not bullish on it, but I'm not bearish either. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited about it. What else can I say? I mean, this is good stuff. This is really, really good stuff. So, I'm really looking forward to the future of my future in crypto, and maybe everyone else's too. And I hope I can help people make the right decision, where they're moving in the crypto space. Because I knew as a beginner, it sucks to be in the crypto space. You just don't know what you're doing. Like, I think it doesn't matter. You can get lucky, but at some point, you might lose because you just got to learn. Everything's a learning process. You're not going to pick it up overnight. And, some people do. Who knows? I'm sure there's some people who've had extreme success right from the beginning. But I know that I've gotten a lot better with it. And I know I understand the space a lot better. So if you have any questions, just ask me. I'm always looking to learn too, so I can always use advice myself. And I'm not always saying to always take my advice as financial advice, but I definitely can help because I'm not going to sit here and say I don't know more than I did. I got into this about 7 months ago, and the amount I learned is it's insane. That's what's so cool about cryptocurrency. It's every day you're just learning so much information. And it seems like it's just digital coins, but it's really not. They're digital ledgers. That's a more accurate analysis of what they are. And because they change in value, because each coin is its own ledger, it's the ledger's worth. What is the ledger worth? What is the network worth? And, some things are worth more at certain times because at certain times the feature is required and it's needed at that specific time. And this time, the whole ASIC resistant plus Segwit's needed, so Vertcoin's going up. And I don't know. I'm happy, and we'll see what it's going to continue doing. There's no telling how high it's going to go. There's no telling if it's going to crash. But I do know I'm going to leave a link to the soft fork status, and it looks to me like we're about 500 blocks away. Not even 340 blocks away. So it should be locked in by this afternoon, and I'm extremely excited about that. I'm hoping that maybe this isn't like a news pump, like they're pumping it for the sake of the news. I don't know. There's always an option where I could sell just tiny amounts of it. It's not a bad idea right now. It's worth 16 cents. I got in about 10 cents, so. It's not that I don't want to sell because I see this being worth much more than that, so I'm not going to. And to be honest, the only reason I think the price of it kind of went down is because Bitcoin went up, and it looked like a little bit of a shakeout. Anyways, I think it's going to go very high. I'm not willing to put any more money on it because I've just seen this happen so much. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just kind of chilling at this point, just watching. If it goes up, great, I'm in profit. If it goes down, great, I'm in profit, whatever at this point. So that's all I got to say. Follow me on Steemit if you want more crypto news. Because I'm kind of going back into bringing crypto news. I started Crypto Wars a long time ago, and I just stopped doing it because I was so obsessed with cryptocurrency, but there's a lot more in life than just cryptocurrency. And once you realize that, you'll be better at cryptocurrency because you won't stress out about it so much. You'll just kind of, whatever happens, and no care in the world. And that's what being like an investor and a trader is all about. No emotion, you know what I mean? No lust towards money because money does not make you happy. It's what's in here that makes you happy. Peace.